name's Chase Kuhn, and I'm here with my friend and my colleague Jane Tooher. Jane and I both teach at Moore College. I teach theology and ethics, and Jane teaches ministry and church history. And we're here to talk about today Jane's book, Embracing Complementarianism, which she wrote with a friend of ours in the UK, Graham Bynon. Jane, I'm so excited about this book. I've read it, love it. We've interviewed about it before, and I've written a review. Tell us what complementarianism is for those that don't know.
Well, we have a definition pretty early on in the book, and it's basically the belief that God created men and women equal, and He's given us similar gifts in many ways, but also some different gifts and different responsibilities at other times in the home and the church. That's
great, and I love that you try to cast a vision for us, being unashamed about being different as men and women, even though we're equal, as image bearers of God's image, and how that can play out into our church life together. And one of the things that you cast for us is a vision of beauty, the beautiful embracing of complementarianism, which is the book's title. Tell us what that looks like. What are you hoping people will do as they read this book?
Yeah, so like Graham and I were really thinking that we've spent quite a bit of time thinking about the different passages, and we need to keep doing that. But actually, if we really do believe this, and we really do believe that it's right, but it's also good and it's best for us, so how can we embrace it in the church? How is that better then for women, for men, for the church more broadly, for the spread of the gospel? So we look at how you can do that, and we encourage the reader to do that for themselves. So we don't give you all the answers, but we basically try and gently push you along the way and give you some help to do that. And that also comes back to our theological conviction. We're Reformed evangelicals, and so actually we believe, we're not just told to believe something, you actually believe it yourself, and so you personally, individually are convicted about something, and especially church leaders, the under-shepherds, really need to do the hard work themselves, and they have a responsibility to do it, work out what the classic passages mean, but also things like the one another commands and what that means for the ministries of men and women in the local church.
That's great. So Jane, your book, Embracing Complementarianism, Turning Biblical Convictions into Positive Church Culture, a fantastic book about men and women relating together in church. Who should be reading a book like this?
Well, since it's about how men and women relate in the church, it's for all Christians, but it's specifically, we've got some questions at the end of each chapter for anybody reading the book, but also some extra questions for people, say like in a ministry staff team or for church elders, and for them to be able to discuss together or for them to be able to look at themselves. And so it's really for all Christians, but particularly for leaders.
That's great. So if you're a church leader or you're a Christian and you're interested about being a man or a woman in church in partnership, have a look at this book. I recommend it.